Hi guys, it's Ben here from British Fencing, and today you're going to be doing your Armourer challenge. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to make ourselves a foil, a fencing sword. So you've been doing some games earlier on, you've learned some things from both Lucy and Rob, and now you get to build your own sword. The important thing is, when you're building a foil, you have to be very safe about the way you build it, so you're probably going to need Mum and Dad's help. And when you've made the foil itself, you should only use it for practicing the games and the things that you've been shown how to do. You must not fence a sibling or any friends with the sword. In fact, whenever you're around anybody, the point of the sword should always be facing the floor, and only use the foil for the activities that you've been told to do, and try and make sure that's away from not only friends and siblings, but pets as well. So let's see what a real foil looks like. You may have seen earlier on in the week a foil, but this is my foil. This is what it looks like, and actually it's got a slightly funny handle. This is called a pistol grip. So this is for advanced fencers to use at high Olympic level. As you can notice, the blade has a slight curve on it, okay? That's when you hit, the blade flexes. So what we're going to do today is build one of these, but you're going to be building it with a French grip, which is slightly different to this grip. It makes it easier for people that are beginners and intermediates to use the foil for best practice. The foil we're going to make is going to look something like this. The French grip that you can see, and it does the job, and it's also flexible. It's the handle, all the way down to your very own foil. Now, what you're going to do to be able to make one of these is you need the following things. Now, it's important that you use Mum and Dad for help for anything that is sharp to use, cutting or anything like that, but I'll make sure I go through that throughout the video. So, you're going to need a coat hanger. A coat hanger that is preferably a wire one, so you can unwind the wire, okay? So you need a coat hanger. You're also going to need some cardboard. As you can see here, I've got an old Easter egg cardboard packet. You're also going to need some tin foil, as well as some string, some tape, and other bits and bobs such as scissors and some pliers that Mum and Dad can help you with to straighten out the hanger. And most importantly, you're going to need a cork. That is the bit that goes in the end of the foil to make sure it's not sharp and to make sure it's safe and you can't hurt yourself or other people with it, providing that you follow the instructions at the beginning of this video. Okay, so let's get started. So first of all, you're going to take your hanger. Now, you may need Mum or Dad's help for this bit because straightening out one of these hangers is not particularly easy, okay? So you're going to unwind all of this so it's one long, straight piece of wire. Then, when you've got the whole piece of wire, you're going to take probably the last fifth and bend it back on itself, okay? That's going to be where the handle is. So, it should go from looking like this to looking like this. This is a blue hanger that I've actually done, but it's the exact same thing. And as you can see, the last fifth I've bent back on itself so it doubles up. And then just put a little bit of tape here to hold that in place. That's where your handle's going to be, okay? Okay, now you have the main part of the blade. Next, you're going to need to create the guard and the handle itself. So, take your cardboard and draw a nice circle. You can do that with the inside of a roll of tape or even a saucepan, a small saucepan or something like that that you can use at home to create a nice round guard. Do that twice so you have these, okay? And then what you want to do is we're going to tape these together shortly. And as you can see, there's a little hole in the middle that again, you'll probably need Mum or Dad's help for to get that hole in the middle. Make sure if you're doing any of this yourself or even for Mum and Dad, make sure you're doing it on a board so you don't damage the surface you're working on. So now you've got these. You're also going to cut out another part of your cardboard. So you have sheet just like this. Now with this, you're going to roll it around the base of the hanger. Keep rolling, and that is going to form your handle. So what you do with this when it's nice and tight is put a little bit of tape around it so it's nice and strong and stays together. Make sure it's nice and tight on the actual foil itself, and you might want just a little bit to actually wrap around the coat hanger itself so it's really secure and stays in place. Okay, starting to come together. So now you want to take your guard and you're going to go around the edge of this with your tape. Tape both of the pieces together. The reason why you use 2 bits of cardboard is to make it really strong, so the guard isn't flimsy, because guards on foils or real fencing swords are actually really strong. In fact, some of them are even made out of titanium, so that when the fences clash together, they don't injure themselves. Okay, so you now have your guard. Now to make this really fancy, you can actually put a bit of tin foil on there to make it look like metal, but you don't have to. Now, before you put this on, what you're going to do is you're actually going to wrap this in tin foil to make it look metal. So, cut out a little bit of foil here, lay the blade, and then you're very carefully going to roll the blade or the hanger in tin foil. And the great thing about tin foil is it crumples really well, so it actually sticks itself. Take your time, no need to rush, and actually you don't need that much on the actual foil itself. And when you've coated most of it, you can cut away the excess. And get rid of that. And then from here you can just start crumpling the tin foil nice and tight around the hanger so that it fits really well, and you end up with what is starting to look like the beginnings of a foil. Now all of these things you should be able to find around the house, and if not, you should be able to pick up from any shop quite close by. So now, again, you can cut off the excess at the end. It's very important that we put the safety bit at the end, which is actually going to be the cork. Now you can take this and actually thread this down all the way along the blade, like so. So it's nice and strong at the end, like that. So now it's really starting to come together, and actually what you can do is get a bit of tape here and just wrap that round just to make sure the guard is nice and secure on the base of the foil. Obviously I'm doing this quite quick so that you guys can see, but again, you're going to take your time over it and make it look like a really cool sword. And again, probably another piece just around the top of the handle to make sure it's nice and secure. Okay, there we go. Starting to come to life bit by bit. Now, when you were being taught by Rob how to hold the foil, or you will be next week, is you're going to take this ball of tin foil, and that's going to go at the end, okay? Now, what we're going to do is, this is a bit small actually. We're going to use a slightly bigger bit, and we're going to crumple this up into a ball, because this is what's called the pommel. And in real swords, with the French grip, the other one you were shown, actually, this is quite heavy to balance the sword out. So we're going to pop that with another bit on the end there. Like so. And again, you're going to take your time on this, so it's really nice and neat. So again, starting to come to life, and again you can put some tape around that to cover that up if you wish. Now, this is the next bit. Take your string and you're going to wrap this all the way around your foil, like so. As you can see on this handle that we've done, it looks really nice. We're going to wrap that all the way around just to give it a nice bit of extra grip. But I'm very aware that right now, you don't want to see me just put a load of string on the foil. I'm going to keep going with that all the way down to the very end, okay? And when that's done, you'll have a complete foil that has a really nice string all the way down to the base. It's a good bit to hold. Now, when you have completed most of your foil, the most important thing to do now is to take a little bit of your cork. You can cut it out into a slightly smaller bit, and this is going to fit nicely over the end. Like so. So that it's nice and safe. So this is foil, nice handle, long blade, and it flexes really well, and most importantly, it's really safe at the end. So when you hit an object or things we're going to help you design to hit safely, you've got that there. Now, as I said, please make sure you don't play with this around brothers or sisters or any friends or any pets. This stays in the house and you only take it out when you're going to do activities that we instruct you how to do safely. Okay? Make sure you do it in an area where there's plenty of room and the floor's not too slippy and you're wearing all the correct things that we tell you to. Okay, so that is how you end up making your own foil. So eventually it should end up looking something like this if you really take your time. And again, as I said, you can put tin foil on the guard all the way down. This one hasn't got a cork, actually it's got a piece of tape, but it's very important that you use cork. And again, you can actually put some tape all the way around the base as well, and around the bottom of the handle and guard to really make it look like a fencing sword. And again, nice and flexible. This one's slightly smaller, and this one is obviously a bit bigger, but you get the understanding. And that'll look really good when you've finished off all the string down here, okay? Go and enjoy. Go and get creative this weekend. And if you're going to show any of your foils on social media or any of what you're doing, remember to use these hashtags and get creating. Enjoy. Hi guys, it's Ben from British Fencing again, and this video is on how to make a sword for our slightly younger musketeers. So this is your armory challenge, and again, get mum and dad to help you if you're struggling, and remember, don't go using scissors without your parents' permission. And again, when you've made this sword, make sure that it's only brought out for the exercises that we give you instructions to do. Don't hit your siblings or friends or even your pets with this sword once you've made it. When you've made it, enjoy it as part of the activity, but then make sure you put it away again until the next activity. So for this sword, it's more of a basic sword for our younger younger fencers, okay? So basically all you need is, you're gonna need what was a, this one is a lemonade bottle or a Coke bottle or whatever you want, okay? And then you're gonna cut it halfway, or not quite halfway, probably just about 1/3 of the way down, and you're gonna end up with the top like that. And then what I've done is I just put tape all the way around the edge to make sure there's no sharp bits. So that goes there. Next, all you're gonna need is some cardboard. This is an old Easter egg packet that I've just literally rolled up, and then I've put a few bits of tape to keep it nicely rolled up. All you're gonna do with this is you're gonna pop it in, and this is a bit of squeeze to the top of that. And you're gonna keep going. Push it all the way in. And again, you want a nice snug fit. What I might actually do is just pop this little bit of tape off, because sometimes if you put the tape on, what it can do is make the actual width of the cardboard a little bit thicker. So what you want to do is push it all the way down, like so. Keep going. Maybe it needs a bit of a twist until it's popped out the bottom. Now, what you've got there is you've got a handle inside your guard, so you can hold the foil or sword like this. Now, it still doesn't quite look like a sword. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this piece of tape again and put it around the bottom to make sure it's nice and tight and it stays rolled up. Now, what you can do in order to make this look a little bit more sword-like is actually cover this in tin foil. Okay, when you cover it in tin foil, it's going to be silver like a sword. So what we'll do is we will take our tin foil, and again, make sure that whenever you use scissors, Mum and Dad are helping you, and that you have permission to use the scissors. And then all you're going to do is you're going to roll the tin foil around the sword like so, and that gives it a really cool metallic look. So it's really starting to look like a sword now. And then finishing touches, just to make sure you're nice and safe, get some coloured tape and tear that off, and then put it round the top, just so everybody can see where the end is, like so, and it becomes nice and visible. And there you have your very own foil sword that you can hit with, you can defend with, you can even avoid with. There is your very own mini foil that you can make at home using a lemonade bottle and some cardboard rolled up nice and tight, bit of tin foil to make it look like a sword, and a nice bit of tape at the end to make sure you know exactly where the end is, and so can others. And you're ready to start learning all the different sword actions. This is for our younger musketeers. Enjoy!
The following contains important information to help you check that these activities are suitable for you, considering your fitness and ability level, and that you have access to an appropriate environment to allow you to undertake them safely. All activities are undertaken at the participant's risk. Only undertake activities that are suitable for your level of ability, health and fitness. Do not participate in these activities if you have any injuries. Ensure that you remember to work within your ability and physical limits. Listen to your body and keep hydrated. Make sure you have undertaken an appropriate warm-up. If you're taking part in any of the creative activities and need to use sharp objects such as scissors and cutting implements, ensure that you have an adult present to supervise. Any homemade fencing equipment is only to be used when replicating the movements and not to hit others or engage in a fencing bout with. Finally, ensure that you follow all government advice around COVID-19 and social distancing.